Hey guys, welcome back to SKM Outdoors. And I know it's been a while, but today I'm going to be teaching you guys how I like to rig shrimp for channel catfish. I'm down here at a little creek, and I'm going to be throwing out just little 4/0s with shrimp on them. I'm going to actually show you how I like to set up the rigs right here in a second, but I caught 7 or so nice eater channels, but a snapper took about 5 of them, so I was kind of disappointing, but we still got the 2 right here, and I'm gonna cook them up later, but I'll just get right into it and show you guys how I do it. Alright, first off, I definitely like to rep a sturdy, medium, heavy action rod. Right here, just got a cheap, like, little tiger rod from Walmart, but I spool it with my own line. Now, the trick here is I like to spool 65-pound braid right here. This is the main line, because that braid's gonna cut the water a lot better in mono. It's going to cut through the water, less water resistance you're going to get. I mean, you do have to change it out a bit more in mono. It gets beat up more than mono it does. You have to change it out because rocks and twigs, they'll bear on braid for sure. But right here, I like to have a little 1-ounce sliding little sinker right here. No stop above it. I don't want to stop that sinker from sliding up and down. But I stop right here. I have a barrel swivel. I just like a little heavy barrel swivel, and I got me a little slip-on, a little snap-on weight, kind of protect the weight from hitting that knot and wearing it down over time. And this is just a cheap little rig. It works for everything. But right here, I got 20-pound mono, just the cheapest mono money can buy from Walmart. And just tie a little clinch knot, cinch it off. And about a foot of leader right here, I got a 4/0 double action or a circle hook right here. And that key is a 4/0 or 5/0 at the highest. That's the key hook that you want to use for these catfish. Now the catfish, of course, I'm talking about, they're not big, they're not monsters, but they're not tiny. I'm talking about eater-sized catfish. So right here, it's about the smallest, like maybe a little over a foot, probably the smallest I'd keep, channel catfish wise. And right here, probably the biggest I'd keep. I just got 2 from the kind of spectrum to show you guys. Just like a little 2.5, maybe 3-pounder right here. Not huge. You don't like the bigger fish because they have a lot of, the red stuff on the meat, red meat. They got a lot of that. I mean, mercury builds up. I mean, sure, you get a lot more meat, but it's just preference. Honestly, keep whatever you want. But that's just my preference. Right here, the reason we got the 4 or 5/0 circle hook is because, well, obviously we're talking about shrimp as bait. So right here, I got some large, extra large shrimp. I mean, extra large, you'll catch a lot more on the higher end eater fish, like 3-4 pounds maybe even. But right here, I just like maybe a medium or large shrimp. And it doesn't matter if it's half frozen or not. Sometimes I rep half frozen because, I don't know, it's easier to put on the hook for sure. It's going to melt in the water anyways, but it seems like for me, the ones that are already melted kind of, and if you leave them out in the sun for a little bit and they get all juicy and smelly catfish like that, then it's going to have a lot more scent coming off it, especially in kind of a creek or river setting right here. We're going to get a lot more scent going downstream, a lot more catfish moving around, especially in warmer time of year. You know, they're going to be smelling, moving around a bit more. So sitting on the edge of the moving water, waiting for stuff to come by. All right, I'll show you guys how to rig this up real quick. Now, honestly, you could just slap that shrimp right on, just like that, and call it good. But what I'm going to do, it kind of covers the hook up a bit more, and you actually sometimes you get to keep the shrimp after you have the fish. You'll just see a mingled bit of shrimp above it. Just slide it back on, run it up again. What I like to do is I like to get the shrimp facing the left. Well, for you guys, it's left. And I like to get the hook pointed down, and I start at the big top right here. And it takes a bit of work. You have to practice it a little bit, but you have to curl it, kind of like you're rigging a Texas rig, or just like a worm for a Senko for bass. You got to kind of work the hook through the shrimp, okay? All the way around, you want it to curl up. Just like that. And it should cover most of the hook right there. For a catfish, they're not too picky. They're not too line shy. 20-pound mono is a bit heavy for me anyway. But they're not line shy. The shrimp, this will catch fish. I can catch them. I've been here for maybe like an hour. I'm all sweaty and shit's hot. But they're definitely biting. And I'm feeling the shrimp, this rig, that's the reason why. Alright guys, if you want to see more fishing or hunting content, whatever you want to see outdoors wise, let me know in the comments, drop a sub, like the video, you know, and I'll be sending out more rig videos, and you guys will be catching a lot more fish. Thanks for watching.